In the late 18th century, a farmer in the fields of Hampshire unearthed something extraordinary. Buried beneath layers of soil was a golden ring, far larger than any meant to adorn a finger. At first glance, it seemed like a forgotten relic of immense value. But this wasn't just a piece of treasure. It was a doorway into a tale steeped in history, myth, and intrigue. What he had discovered was the Ring of Silvianus, an ancient artifact from Roman Britain entangled in a story of theft, vengeance, and a curse. And curiously, this ring shares an unexpected connection to one of the most iconic creations in modern literature, J.R.R. Tolkien's One Ring. So, what is the truth behind this artifact? Let's unravel its secrets. Imagine the moment. A farmer digging through the soil of the Hampshire countryside, his spade striking something metallic. The glint of gold must have sent a jolt of excitement through him. What he unearthed wasn't just a relic of the past. It was a ring, massive in size, clearly made for more than just decoration. Measuring an inch in diameter and weighing 12 grams, it was likely designed to be worn over a glove, a symbol of wealth and status from a bygone era. The ring's face bore the image of Venus, the Roman goddess of love, with the letters VE and NVS etched on either side, forming her name when pressed into wax. Surrounding the band was an inscription in Latin, Seniciane vivas vinde. Though imperfectly carved, the phrase translates to Senicianus, live in God. The misspelling, including an extra I in ayin, suggested haste or carelessness, clues that pointed to its peculiar history. This wasn't a simple heirloom. It was a stolen treasure with a story that stretched far beyond its golden gleam. The engraving and design hinted at its origins, likely dating back to the 4th century AD, a time when the Roman Empire was transitioning from polytheism to Christianity. The presence of Venus alongside the Christian blessing illustrated this cultural crossroads. However, the misstep in the inscription wasn't just a simple mistake. It was a piece of evidence, a sign that the ring had been tampered with, not by its rightful owner, but by the man who had taken it. The original owner, as it would later be revealed, was a man named Silvianus. He wasn't about to let the theft go unanswered, and his response would bind this artifact to a story of divine wrath and a curse that would echo across centuries. The Curse Tablet. Decades after the discovery of the ring, archaeologists were working in Gloucestershire, some 80 miles away from where the ring had been found. At the site of a Roman temple dedicated to the Celtic god Nodens, they unearthed a small lead tablet, a defixio or curse tablet. The message inscribed on it was both cryptic and damning, written by none other than Silvianus. For the god Nodens, Silvianus has lost a ring and has donated 1/2 its worth to Nodens. Among those named Senicianus, permit no good health until it is returned to the temple of Nodens. This was no ordinary prayer. It was a plea for divine retribution. Silvianus, convinced that Senicianus had stolen his prized possession, turned to Nodens, the god of healing and the hunt, for justice. In exchange for half the ring's value, Silvianus called down a curse on the thief, vowing that Senicianus would know no peace or health until the ring was restored. This intriguing connection between the ring and the curse tablet opens a window into Roman Britain's spiritual world, a blend of gods, curses, and rituals where justice wasn't always sought in courts, but through divine intervention. But how did a Roman curse, a golden ring, and a tale of vengeance find their way into the modern imagination? The use of curse tablets was a fascinating aspect of life in Roman Britain, offering a glimpse into how people sought justice beyond the earthly realm. Known as defixiones, these small lead tablets were inscribed with fervent, often elaborate requests for divine retribution. They were the last resort for those who felt wronged. their prayers aimed at gods and spirits to punish thieves, rivals, or anyone who had crossed them. Many of these tablets have been discovered at sites like Bath, home to the renowned Roman baths, and the Temple of Sulis Minerva, a goddess associated with healing and vengeance. One tablet from Bath chillingly reads, "May he who carried off Villia from me become as liquid as water." Others demanded specific curses targeting body parts like the liver or lungs until justice was served. These inscriptions were not mere poetic grievances. They reflected how deeply Romans believed in divine intervention. Whether the curses ever worked is a mystery, but the sheer number found indicates just how widespread this practice was in seeking justice or retribution. Linking the curse to the ring. The story of the cursed tablet and the Ring of Silvianus took an intriguing turn in 1929 when Sir Mortimer Wheeler, a prominent archaeologist, began excavating the Temple of Nodens in Gloucestershire. The temple, dedicated to the Celtic god of healing and hunting, had yielded fascinating artifacts over the years, including a curse tablet written by a man named Silvianus. Wheeler's attention was caught by the tablet's plea for divine vengeance upon someone named Senesianus, accused of stealing a valuable ring. This sparked Wheeler's memory of a large gold ring discovered decades earlier in Hampshire, inscribed with the name Senesianus. Convinced of a connection, Wheeler launched an investigation, believing the ring and the curse tablet were pieces of the same puzzle, a story that intertwined theft, divine justice, and ancient superstition. To delve deeper into the tablet's references, Wheeler sought the help of J.R.R. Tolkien, a young Oxford professor renowned for his expertise in ancient languages and mythologies. Tolkien's analysis shed light on the name Nodens and its historical significance. It was during this time that many believe Tolkien encountered the story of Silvianus and the cursed ring, an encounter that may have planted the seeds for one of modern literature's most iconic creations. Parallels to Tolkien's legendarium. While there's no direct evidence linking the Ring of Silvianus to the Lord of the Rings, the parallels are striking. As one historian from the Tolkien Society notes, Silvianus loses his gold ring at Lydney, much like Gollum loses his under the misty mountains. Silvianus believes it was stolen by someone he can name, just as Gollum accuses Bilbo Baggins. Both rings become central to their narratives, cursed objects that bring misfortune to their bearers. Tolkien's deep appreciation for ancient myths and languages undoubtedly influenced his creation of Middle-earth. Even the god Nodens might have inspired certain aspects of his stories. Nodens, a deity of craftsmanship and healing, shares thematic similarities with characters like Celebrimbor, the elven smith who forged the Rings of Power. Both figures are bound by stories of creation, power, and eventual downfall, recurring themes in Tolkien's epic saga. Though separated by centuries, the cursed Ring of Silvianus and Tolkien's mythical One Ring share a haunting resonance, blending history, myth, and imagination into a story that continues to captivate audiences today. The Ring's journey through time. For much of the 19th and 20th centuries, the Ring of Silvianus remained largely unnoticed, tucked away in the library of the Vine, a grand country estate owned by the Shute family. After its discovery, the farmer who unearthed it sold the artifact to the Shutes, known for their passion for collecting historical relics. There it sat, collecting dust, its enigmatic past forgotten by most, until its story was revived and brought into the public eye. In 2013, the National Trust gave the ring a proper place in history, dedicating an exhibit to it at the Vine. Visitors can now see the ring up close, displayed alongside a replica of Silvianus's curse tablet and a first edition of The Hobbit. This unique collection draws Tolkien fans, history buffs, and curious visitors alike, all eager to glimpse the artifact that might have sparked one of literature's most iconic tales. To further honor the legacy, the estate added a Middle-earth-inspired playground for younger guests, blending history and fantasy in a way that keeps the story alive for future generations. As for Silvianus, the man accused of stealing the ring, his fate remains a mystery. Did the curse of Nodens follow him, bringing illness and misfortune as Silvianus demanded? Or did he escape the divine wrath, living his life untouched by the spell? We may never know the answer, but the ring's journey, from Roman Britain to Tolkien's possible inspiration, ensures its place in history, fiction, and imagination. What are your thoughts? Share it in the comments, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Check out the videos on your screen for more adventures into history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.